Across Kentucky are dealing with flooding impacts. Take a look at this video from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet taken in Warren County. It shows the bridge on Jackson Bridge Road covered in water. KYTC says they have crews working to put out barriers around flooded roads, but not every road has one yet. They say even if a road is not barricaded, do not drive through floodwaters and be cautious going down roads. Transportation officials say there is a car stalled somewhere in this water. The sheriff's office said earlier today that they were called to assist a driver at the same location.
Yes, welcome in. Hello. Thank you. Hey, welcome in, man. Thank you to everybody who just came in and hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. Man, it's been a while. Actually, it hasn't. The week is just, the month is a short month. You know, it's Black History Month, so it's a short month. But it just seems like it has been a while. It's actually been like about 2 weeks, I think. So what happened? I'll give you a little bit of backstory on why I've been gone. Is actually the I had caught the flu. I caught the flu A, so I was out, man. I was out for the count, which sucked because I had got this project that came in, and I was out there trying to build a workbench. Your boy be trying to do his thing out there, you know what I'm saying? So I had my lumber and everything out there, miter sawing and all that good stuff. And I was just like, "Dawg, I ain't got it. I just don't have it today. I can't move. I'm tired, man. I am so tired. So I ended up crashing, and I couldn't get back up, man. And that's when I took the test, figured out I had the flu. So the flu came, and then the following week, as everybody know, was the goddamn Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So the Super Bowl hit, and I was like, man, you know, I'm pretty sure everybody gonna be over there waiting to get that in. Watch the halftime show as well. So I think they did some big numbers over there. So I was like, man, you know what? I'm not gonna do it then at all either. So I was just like, man, you know what? I'll just wait. So I waited to this week, and now I'm here, man. I'm back. I'm good. I don't know about y'all, but I stopped be feeling like I be having a little bit of something left still up in there. You know what I'm saying? Like when C19 hit, man, I felt like I wasn't quite I didn't get quite to 100%. You know what I'm saying? And then now with this flu, man, I feel like I'm still not at 100%. I'm a lot better than what I was. Don't get me confused, but I don't feel like I'm at 100%. But yeah, I feel like it's something still going on up in the chest, but. Yeah, it's been a while. I got to get back to work with the kids and all that good stuff, so it was a good time. But oh, I forgot to tell y'all, my name is Marcus, aka E. I don't care what you call me, as long as you call me baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm the host of here podcast called ACE of SPADES Podcast. Man, welcome in to everybody. So. For those that may not know, what I do here on Sundays, I normally cover the news or whatever's going on in the news cycle, some pop culture, things like that. And so I covered those things. That's what we got planned for today. Now, I do have other things that I do as well. Matter of fact, since this is the short month, next week, I'll have the open mic. So you can come in, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about and chop it up with me. What about whatever? You know what I'm saying? You can actually come on if you're shy. I could try to make it to where you're behind the scenes, but we can still hear your voice. So that's still an option if you would like to do that, but you're like, I don't want to be seen, right? Or if you're just ugly. I know I got some ugly people in here. Ashanti was one of them. So yeah. So I had to put her in the background. She was just, she just wasn't palatable. But which is understandable, you know what I'm saying? So I put her in the background. She could be heard and not seen. So yeah, which is crazy because I don't help me out here, fellas. I swear, when girls are like not attractive, I guess you would say, they usually got a good speaking voice, right? And I was surprised at Ashanti because she was just, it was nasty all the way around. So I was really confused on that. But hey, Ms. Zaya in the building. What did it do, Ms. Zaya? Welcome in. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much. I definitely do appreciate it. I'm glad I'm feeling better as well, as much as I can. But yeah, so I will next week have an open mic, man. You can come on here. You can be on the camera or not. It's completely up to you. Or you can just drop down some comments or whatever, talk about whatever. All right. What else we got going on? It's been so long. it's been so. I'm fine. ASF. Okay. Asif. I don't know. Asif. You fine? Asif. Okay. So yeah. So yeah. She threw me off with that one. But yeah. That's what's going on. All right. Now, normally what happens as well is I do have a ticker that ticks around here sometimes that has Cash App on there. If you want to donate, you can. You do not have to, man. I'd be happy if you just hit the like button. That would make my day. All right. As well as the donation goal, right? So right now it's at $2. I think that was Trap that donated $2 last, so I kept it up there until we get to 25. When we get to 25, then I'll just do a bonus show. It'll be about whatever I put up there, and then we could just talk about it and chill. Ashanti says that she likes those type of shows, and she'll be willing to come on. So you might be able to hear her voice again if we hit that goal. All right. Yeah. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And we'll see you on those shows. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this thing, man. As you've seen, the weather was crazy. I think Mississippi got hit with tornadoes. I think I just seen it before I came on. I think I seen Tennessee was hit bad as well. They had some flooding and things going on out there as well. So, man, y'all be careful. I know that some places are getting snow. You know what I mean? The weather is just all crazy. I don't know if California still burning? I mean, this is going crazy out there right now. Okay, so make sure you guys take care of yourself, take care of your family. All right, and all that good stuff. Y'all need a place to stay? Just call me, and y'all can come stay with me while y'all work out whatever needs to be worked out. All right. My phone gonna be ringing out the hook. Wait a minute now. Just playing. That's jokes. All right. So no, I'm just playing. Let's go ahead and get into this thing. All right. Now, speaking of, like, we gave the announcements for the weather, man. I got a PSA announcement. All right, because these people out here is going crazy. All right. Let's see what they got going on. Let me see. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I sure did. All right. So, scammers, man. watch yourself. The scammers is out there, the credit card scammers. Make sure you're looking where you're sticking your card at, okay? Because they out there.
This Save-A-Lot here on Gratiot was one of 3 hit by scammers recently. Employees tell me this is the device that was placed over their credit card reader, and it looks almost identical to the real thing. These same 2 guys allegedly installing credit card skimming devices at not just 1, but 2 Save-A-Lot locations in Detroit. They attempted to hit a 3rd store near Connor and Mack, but owner Jamie Abro chased them out. Save-A-Lot employees tell me this is what was secretly slipped onto their credit card machine. It's almost identical to the real thing. And as you can see in the surveillance video from one of the stores, how the suspects slip it on is almost as undetectable as the device itself.
You can go on Amazon and get a skimmer for $80.
This type of scam, a major concern for some shoppers.
I come here all the time, and I want to make sure that I don't get my identity stolen again.
You have to be observant. You know, that's the hardest part, is to be observant.
Yeah, you got to be observant 100%, man. And we all, I'm sure, had our identity stolen at one point in time. Man, I came out here in Texas, man. It seemed like it was happening left and right. I'll be going to them gas stations, and then next thing I know, I'm getting charged out in Dubai. I got to call, hey, man, that ain't me. So definitely make sure you're keeping an eye out on, what they look like. Some of them should have security strips and things like that on there to let you know, hey, man, this it's not tampered with. So make sure you guys being careful out there. There's another thing, all right? I know this may not fit a lot of the people in the audience, okay? But for those whoever may come across, if you fit this description, please be careful, all right? I don't know about y'all, but I'm terrible at disposing of things correctly. Right, I'm terrible at it. I can't do it. All right. Number one thing is batteries. All right, you're not supposed to be throwing I'm not saying I'm doing it, but I ain't saying I am. But I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm not admitting to anything. All right. I'm just saying that I know that some people throw away batteries in the trash can. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to dispose of them properly. Okay. And not only are you supposed to dispose of those properly, but you're also supposed to dispose of oxygen tanks properly. Let's take a look. So it's just another day on the job, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thug dizzle. Now the guy that's gonna come from the right has the oxygen tank in his trash can. Yeah. Yeah, if you ain't never seen it before, you've seen it now. Yeah. So now what he's looking at, if you look at the bottom left of the screen, he's seeing that there's a fire. So he's going to go get the fire extinguisher and all those good things. He's going to sit here. He's going to fight the fire. At the same time, I'm assuming he's going to have to make some calls and figure out what is the next step, right? So, yeah. So make sure you're disposing of the things that you're supposed to dispose of properly and in the manner in which it's supposed to be disposed of, please, okay? People, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So we don't be up here blowing up sanitation workers. My tongue ain't working today. All right, make sure we're not endangering sanitation workers. All right. So yeah, make sure you're doing all that. All right. Now let's go to Texas. All right. And we're going to, was it West Texas? I can't remember exactly where it's at, but they're having a measles outbreak out in Texas, man. Let's take a look at that real quick.
Measles have been reported in a West Texas county. Gaines County has one of the highest rates of vaccine exemptions in the entire state. And all of the confirmed measles cases there involved unvaccinated residents. I want to bring in infectious disease physician at Johns Hopkins, Amesh Adalja, to talk more about this. So, doctor, break down what we know about the current measles outbreak. I know in real numbers it's not a lot of people, but it is still troubling.
Yes, it is troubling because this is completely preventable. What we're seeing is one of the places in Texas that has the lowest vaccination rates, the highest school exemption rates from measles vaccination, having a measles outbreak, including hospitalizations of individuals who've been infected with measles. And I think this is really a reminder that measles is still a risk, and it is kind of the canary in the coal mine. It's the most contagious infectious disease known to humans. And when we start to see measles outbreak, that's a sign that there is a chink in the armor of vaccination. And the fact that it's preventable, I think, is what people should understand. This doesn't have to happen if we can get vaccination rates back to high levels again.
So because people are not getting vaccinated or they're not vaccinating their children, this is something that's happening not only on this front or this side of the vaccinations, because I didn't get vaccinated for my flu, so that's why I got the flu. So this is another story about the flu also being something that's going around.
So this year's flu season is sort of kind of harkening back to what it was like pre-COVID. And I think many people kind of have a little bit of an amnesia about how bad flu seasons could get. So that's what we're seeing is basically a return to pre-pandemic influenza. And this is something that is definitely impacted by lower vaccination rates. And as you said, flu vaccinations don't protect you always from influenza, but they do protect you from severe disease, hospitalization, and death. And many of the patients I've taken care of with influenza have not been vaccinated, that have been hospitalized. But there are some people that still can be hospitalized even if they have the vaccine. And this is a pretty rough flu season right now. We've seen schools have to close because there were too many cases to actually conduct class. We've seen pediatric deaths occur.
Yes. So, yeah, I might be looking at trying to get some flu vaccination, because I never really got hit with the flu, man. I was able to dodge that thing, so I ain't never really, I ain't never really worried about the flu that much. But when I got hit with it, it was pretty. It wasn't severe, of course, but I didn't enjoy it at all. So that may be it. But we heard about Texas as well when it came to measles, but they're not the only state, man. Their neighboring state, Oklahoma, is also dealing with measles, I believe, as well. Let's take a look.
Oklahoma's already low vaccination rate is fueling worry among doctors here about the possibility of another viral outbreak already happening in a neighboring state.
Measles used to kill, so many children, and we're starting to see outbreaks again because parents are not getting their kids vaccinated.
As Oklahoma grapples with the flu, concern is now growing over measles. A county in central Texas is dealing with an outbreak. Dr. Dale Bratzler with OU Health says low vaccination rates there are a big reason why. He adds perception towards illnesses and vaccines have changed since the pandemic.
I think there's clearly been political influence on the way that there's vision about the effectiveness and safety of vaccines. I have real concerns about many other vaccines, like childhood vaccines.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy to me because growing up, if you notice, I think a lot of the people that are talking about the vaccination things are a lot of people that were actually vaccinated as kids because our generation was vaccinated as kids, so we didn't. I didn't have to deal with polio and all that stuff and all the other stuff that the measles and all that stuff. So it's crazy now that it's the group that was vaccinated telling everybody not to get vaccinated, which is leading to this, which is crazy because this is not the first time that this has happened. We've seen this happen. It goes in, or at least maybe the reporting goes up and down on it. Where we notice that certain areas do not get vaccinated, and then diseases that were thought to be eradicated is now on a rise and not good. So we see this quite a bit. This is just another news cycle. I'm sure, give it a couple years, it'll be back again saying areas that are not vaccinated are doing it or whatever. So, check with your doctor, man. Check with your doctor, get vaccinated. Which sucks because I think RFK is in position. I think he was a big anti-vax. I think he went somewhere overseas, talked to them about anti-vax, and then 2 months later, like people start breaking out with measles and all kind of stuff. So, follow the science, man. The science is obviously proving it. If people are not getting vaccinated and these things are on the rise, then there's obviously an issue. And I would really hate for anybody to lose their child to something that is definitely preventable. I mean, if I don't know, some bad parents out there. Some people may not like their kids, but I still don't think the kids should go, just simply because you may not, don't believe in the vax, man. Just get your kids vaccinated, man. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it, man. Moving on, or not. I don't give a shit. My kids are vaccinated. I'm vaccinated. I don't give a shit what you do with your kids, really, if I'm being honest. Texas is also in the news in the, I think it was Cypress area. Yeah, man, there was a Montessori school. I think that's how you say it, Montessori. Montessori. I don't know what it is. Not everyone likes vaccines. Says Miss Ashanti. Yes, not everybody likes vaccine. I know I was a little kid at one point. I didn't like getting vaccinated either. And then I grew up. So needles are not that bad to me anymore. So yeah, I'm not too afraid of I'm not too afraid of a vaccination. Plus, for those that don't know, I was prior military, so they gave me shit that I don't even know what the hell they gave me shots with. I just ain't afraid of it. I'm sorry. I'm just not afraid of it. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not, I'm not a big conspiracy person. I mean, that might be the issue, is that I'm just not a big conspiracy person, on, what are they doing, trying to control my brain? I don't know. I don't know the conspiracy behind it. I don't know what it is. But yeah, I mean, everybody got an expiration date. So, I mean, unless it's going to make you live forever, I mean, I don't, I'm not sure really what the issue is about it. That's at least been proven. I've heard some speculations, but I haven't seen anything that has been proven one way or the other, outside of when people don't get vaccinated, they get measles and all kind of other shit. That's what I have seen, but I haven't seen the contrary. But thank you for that, Ms. Shanti. But yes, there was a school who decided to send out a letter to the parents, like they do at every school, sends out newsletters or whatever. But they had a little extra spiciness in their newsletter. Let's check it out.
The newsletter didn't look much different than normal when it hit inboxes on Sunday, but then the school sent an apology email and parents looked a little closer. That racial slur that we aren't showing on TV jumped off the page. This email attachment starts with a Valentine's Day greeting, kicking off February, but scroll to page 3, and the words are anything but lovely.
I was shocked.
Jeanette Dove received it.
It's one of those things like you're trying to make sense of it, but then you realize, okay, this is not something that's going to make sense.
And couldn't believe what she saw, sent by her 4-year-old daughter's Montessori school in Cypress.
This is egregious.
The paragraph reads, sometimes just spending that quality academic time with your child one-on-one in the comfort of your home can be equal to, if not greater than, the academic authorization of a real, we had to blur the rest.
From my child's school, of all places, I mean, I want my child's school to be a safe haven.
Yeah, man, that's a good point, man. You want the kids to be able to go and have a safe haven, man. You know what I'm saying? So the school did. I don't know how. If I had to guess, I would probably say, depending on the spelling or what word was actually put on there, it may have been a auto joint that might have text some of that, but I'm not sure. Depending on which version, because some versions they might have on there. But if you got the ER on there, then you probably meant what you said on that aspect. But the school did reply. Let's listen to what they had to say.
The Lycée Montessori School director assuring KPRC2 the offensive language isn't condoned, but unsure of how it made it in the publication that went to more than 150 families, and promising this family that security has been tightened around the accounts used to create and send the newsletter.
The bigger issue here is that there's someone on your staff who deemed it appropriate to access the document, put in that language, and then send it out to your constituents.
Dove finds the timing intentional at the start of Black History Month, now uncomfortable and unable to send her daughter back to the school.
This is not a problem we asked for. This is a problem that we're having to respond to.
The school director told me over the phone today that this newsletter has gone out every month for the last 8 years and there's never been a problem. But if they can identify the person who's responsible for this, they'll be fired immediately.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Like I said, you want your child to be safe, man. Are you letting your child go back to the school knowing that somebody potentially has that view who's watching over your child or around your child? Are you comfortable with letting them go back to that school? I would probably say no, if I had to guess. Yeah, I probably would say no. Let me see here. All right. Yeah, that'd be a no. Now, this is another story. All right. Bear with me. Okay. This is another story. This is a lot of people, I'm sure, have already heard this story. I seen a glimpse of it. And I didn't know too much about it. But I want to watch it here with you guys. It has to do with a child two children who are no longer alive because of they were staying with their mother in a car inside of a casino parking lot. And I guess they died from hypothermia. Let's take a quick look at this.
Yesterday I woke them up to wake them up from school. My son wasn't moving. And I kept saying, Freddie, please get up. Please.
Darnell Curry Sr. wiped away tears while talking with me about his children, Darnell Jr. and Amelia, and the distressing phone call he says he took from their mother, Tatiana Williams, on Monday.
I went to the gym. As soon as I got on the treadmill, she called saying, can I make it to the hospital right now? They gone. I was hoping it was a sick joke, but it wasn't.
According to Detroit police, 9-year-old Darnell Jr. and 2-year-old Amelia died while sleeping in a vehicle at the Hollywood Casino at Greektown parking garage. Investigators say the cause appears to be hypothermia, a tragedy stemming from homelessness.
I tried. I asked for help. I asked everybody, even people out of state. But I tried to keep hotels. I tried to pay people to stay there. It wasn't working for me. You know, people just didn't like too many kids at their house.
I spoke with the children's mother Tuesday evening. She told me she's been living in her vehicle for 3 months, along with her 4 kids, her mother, and 2 teenage siblings. She says she reached out to Curry, who's the father of 3 of her children.
I asked him, I said, can you get your kids for me? I said, I need help. You know I'm homeless. I done kept a room this long. I couldn't keep it no more.
They were homeless. Had Tatiana ever reached out asking to...
No, she did not. All she said was, can I get them? Can I get them just to get them? And can I get them because y'all homeless? That's 2 different things.
She said she had been homeless for 3 months.
See, I saw it. That's what I saw, about 3 months. But she ain't never said nothing to me. Nothing. So all them other sob stories, they can cut all that. No, she did not.
Curry, who lives in Novi, says Williams never specified why she wanted to drop their kids off to him.
She just asked, can I get them for a couple of days? But I told her I'm working and all that, and I'm out here. We're not close to each other, so I couldn't. But she knows all my family is right around the corner from her.
Yeah, sad story. Sad story. So I think there was 3 failures here. I think number 1, I think the mother was a failure. Or the children were failed by their mother. I think that she there's too many programs out there. I think that to do those things, man, I think that it's crazy. Jakar Lee says that one lonely ass. I'm not even gonna go with you, man. Not even gonna go with you today. The mother definitely failed them. The system definitely failed them as well. Oops. If she did go to those agencies, I don't know what agency she went to, but if she did go looking for help and they didn't help her, they failed her. Even to the school, because she was saying she was getting them up to go to school, which means, I know she said sometimes they were in hotels and at other people's houses, which you could understand, you get washed up and all that stuff. But, I think teachers got to be a little, I hate to put more on the teachers, but they're really the front line to some of these things, to notice when things aren't right as well, or just the school in general. So I think that, that was a failure. And I think that the father also failed them as well. I understand the dynamic I understand it is hard to work with women. I get it. I am surrounded by them, and they don't make any sense. They really, it's all emotional based. So, you know what I mean? Like, you can just be having a good day and they just come at you because, they don't think you should be having a good day because their day ain't as good as they think your day is, right? So they'll want to try to trash your day. I get it. However, if he could go back, I guarantee that even though he said he was working and they were distances, there was distance between them, I think that he would have tried to do something to make something work if he would have known that this was the outcome or going to be the outcome. With the emotion that he's shown. Now, I did say they hadn't seen them for a month, which is another strike against him because you haven't seen them for a month. Then, therefore, if she calls and says, I don't care if she says, come get him for whatever reason, you should be there to come get him. It's been a month already since you've seen him. So yeah, you should definitely go and make that happen no matter what. Hey, family says more to love. What up, more to love in the building? Miss Shani says, I don't think he would have. You don't think he would have? You don't think he would have changed if he knew that this was the outcome? You don't think he would have got the kids? Is that what you're saying, Miss Shanti? But yeah, I wonder I believe that it might have changed, or at least he would have tried to reach out to a family member who was in the area, the family member that he said, family members that he said was out there, at least try to reach out to them. But yeah, I think that, I think he should have been able to pull some strings and make something happen. Because it seemed, I would assume that there was no court order in place. So, he may not have been paying child support or whatever. And so, exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I don't think, see, this is a woman. There's nothing to indicate that he wouldn't have done something if he would have known that this was the outcome. I guarantee that there probably was not a lot of communication. So therefore, it may not have been understood why. Or, because we know men and women have sometimes have tumultuous relationships. So that is a thing too. I think he's lying. Of course you would think he's lying, right? He said that he had family around, but he couldn't help while he worked. Yeah, I don't, I don't know. I think that I wouldn't put it. It could be true. It could be true that he was lying. It could be not true that he was lying. He could have been telling the truth in the fact of saying that, hey, man, what he said, he said. I don't think it was right, though. If you haven't seen your kids for a month to just be like, oh, no. But I mean, I guess I can kind of understand it if you don't have, I don't know, man, make some childcare, do something. It's called adulting. That's all I'm saying. It's called adulting, then adult. All right. That's all you can do is adult. All right. So when you're adulting, that's what you got to figure out some shit. All right. We got a donation. Hold on, man. Wait a minute. Wait, I don't even know what the donation buttons are anymore. I don't even have any set up. Oh man, it's been so long. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm not going to do you like that, more love. Give me a second. We'll click this one.
We happy? Vincent. We happy?
Yeah, we happy.
More to love, man. Thank you so much for the donation. She just completed the $25 donation that was needed in order for us to have another show tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. So we'll be having a show tomorrow. I don't know what it will be in there. But Jakar Lee, are you still in the building? Let me know if you're still in the building, man. But yeah, thank you so much, man. Hold on, thanks again, more to love. Yeah, okay, now you just threw me off my thing. You thought I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Thank you so much, more to love. I think he's lying. He said, he family around. So that was Messiah. Okay. I thought that was Miss Shanti that said that. Messiah. Yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like he could have been, maybe not, could have been, maybe not. Again, I think that the communication, is messed up. I think that their relationship as co-parenting people is messed up as well. I think that all around, they dropped the ball. I might need you, Jakar Lee, for tomorrow, man. 7:00 Central Time. You gonna be free? Let me know if you're gonna be free, man. I might need you on that one. And Miss Shanti too. I might need you on that one as well. Ms. Zaya, you're more than welcome as well. Who else came in? More to love, you are welcome as well. If any of y'all would like to come on for the show tomorrow, sending out the invitation. All right, just let me know. But yeah, sad story. I think the children were just failed all the way around, from the mother to the system to the father. Tragic situation, man. Tragic situation. Now, moving along to the next topic, man. The federal workers, all right, they got to go back to work. All right, a lot of federal workers were doing what a lot of people were doing since the pandemic hit. They kind of send $100 and $15 in cash app. I don't know if he meant, you gonna send me 100? Okay, I'll be waiting. What was I saying? Oh, they were working from home, remote, right? A lot of people working remote jobs. Some of them have hybrids where they maybe be mainly at the house, and then sometimes they might have to go inside. So this, it changed up the whole dynamic of the workforce. However, President Trump said, "No, man, that ain't happening. Get your ass back to work."
Good morning, Jimmy and Tony. Among the federal workers returning to the office, nearly 17,000 at the Washington Navy Yard, and this is just one of the entrances. You can see traffic lining up from this angle, and also you have a line of traffic coming from the other way as well. But traffic, the flow, it has been consistent. They've been able to get people inside the base despite those long lines. And base leadership, they tell us that they have been working with local government to handle all of this traffic. They're increasing manpower at their entrances, but say people should still expect delays. There will also be attendants monitoring parking, but people who can't find a space will be directed off base. The base only has about 4,400 parking spaces for all of them.
All right, remember that number, 4,400 parking spaces. You know how many people are coming back to work? Like 70-something thousand. Man. Now, I want to know from you guys, do you guys think that this is necessary? Do you think that people are not able to work from home? Because we talked about this before. Before he did it, I think he talked about it, and we kind of went over it as far as some of the benefits of working from home versus having to go into an office. As far as, being able to spend more time with your family, save on money because you don't have to drive. Some people have to drive an hour away, so you don't have to do that one way and back, which ultimately gives you more time back to you to spend with your family as well. I knew that some family members had to miss out on things that were going on with their kids because they just couldn't make it back home in time for that after-school program, whatever they were doing, right? Or the game that they were playing at or whatever. This allowed them to be able to do that, to be able to work from when they work from home. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think this is necessary? Like, do you think they should be sending, does it do good to send them back to the office to do the same job they did when they were at home? Or, are you in favor of the of kind of just working from the house? I'm curious on that one. Please let me know on that one. So not only did President Trump send the individuals back to the office, he's also decided to cut employment as well. Cut employees as well.
President Trump today doubling down on his move to dramatically and rapidly shrink the federal workforce.
It's a big, tremendous saving for us. We want to downsize government, but make it better.
The Trump administration's plan to carry out mass layoffs within the federal government is well underway. The latest moves affecting probationary employees, as many as 200,000 recent hires who joined the federal workforce or have started new jobs within the last 2 years.
We're relying on this job, and we're qualified for this job, and yet we're losing it just because we're under a year.
Some notified by email, others in this audio message obtained by ABC News from the acting director of the Office of Personnel Management.
You will receive your termination notice via email shortly, and it will include the reason for termination.
Sources say thousands of employees were fired yesterday across numerous agencies, including the Department of Education, the VA, the Small Business Administration, and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau.
Wow, the Consumer Protection Bureau, as well as the Department of Education. But he's already talked about cutting the Department of Education. So it's not surprising he would cut down on some employees there. Small Business Administration. So for those who are looking to, like myself, to get into other businesses, as a small businessman, you're going to have less people operate. Another thing is the veterans. The Department of Veteran Affairs. For those that deal with the Department of Veteran Affairs, a lot of people will say that it's already slow, right? They have claims and things that are going through, and it is already like slow. So the fact that they're cutting people from that would essentially, I would assume, make it slower. I don't understand the point of cutting people when you have a big, when they service a lot of people. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. I don't know about this move. I feel like it could potentially backfire and not work in the benefit of the American people, the small business owners, Department of Education, and our vets, man. I just don't think that it's going to be good for them. But I don't know. Let me know what you think, man. Feel free to write it down in the comment section, all right? Now, this is going to be the last one that we're going to talk about, okay? And this is an unruly passenger on a flight, man. I don't know what's going on with these planes, all right? Because Trump took office and, like, planes were literally falling out the sky, running into choppers and all kind of stuff, right? But, you know, was this around Trump time last time? Was this where when like, I don't know if y'all remember, but I believe it was a time where people were like losing their mind on the aircrafts. I don't know if that was during Trump time. I feel like it was, but I'm not 100% sure. Where people were just losing their minds, man, getting kicked off left and right, having all kind of issues. Well, it's still happening, man. Let's take a look.
Disturbing moments on board this Alaska Airlines flight as a passenger appears to lose control. A flight attendant jumping in to subdue the man, at times punching him, trying to get the passenger to release the hair of 32-year-old Erica Ramos sitting in front of him.
I don't love her hair, sir.
I really wasn't sure what was happening in that moment. I was afraid that this person was going to start punching me.
Erica escaping the seat and the flight attendant calling for backup. Erica says the attack caused painful swelling and she's still getting headaches 9 days later.
There was a moment where we actually see your face in that video turn around and look at him. What were you thinking, and did you say anything to him?
I did not say anything to him. I think I was just really in shock. From my understanding of things, he was having a psychotic episode, and I didn't necessarily want to interact with him and possibly make things worse.
Yeah, man. First off, you know, if he was really having a psychotic breakdown, you know what I'm saying, I feel bad for the gentleman who was doing that. But I don't know about y'all, man. All the men out there. when the flight assistant was saying, "Hey, is there any able-bodied male out there that can assist?" Oh man, how many of y'all would have raised y'all hand to participate in that ass whooping? I'm just curious. How many of y'all would have been like, "Bingo, I got action," right? Bink, bink. You know what I'm saying? Like you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just to be able to jump up in there and get into, you know what I mean? Like, look, my baby mama tripping. You know what I'm saying? My girl didn't want to give me none before I got on this plane. You know what I'm saying? My kids is bad as hell. I got a fucking car note due, goddamn insurance and all that. I'm upset. Okay, I got issues, and maybe just to be able to blow off some steam for a little bit, maybe, you know, that might have enticed me a little bit. I don't know. It might have enticed me a little bit. Just be like, hey man, we need somebody to help administer ass whooping. You know what I mean? I probably would have jumped at that, but in all seriousness though, man, if homie was going through a breakdown, man, hopefully he gets the help that he does need. I know that it had to be terrifying for the lady. Oh my goodness, you know, you never want to become the target. You know what I'm saying? Because like back in the day, they didn't do a very good job sometimes at weeding out, you know, the special needs individual. Not saying that it's the same thing, but I know that, you know, sometimes they can go on a little tirade and you know, it's not their fault. It's just whatever's happening is happening. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, you know, you become the target. You know what I'm saying? So you just don't want to be the target when somebody's either you know, has a condition or something like that. And unfortunately, he locked in on that hair and did not got it, I guess, a nice fistful in order for, you know, that flight attendant to strike him as many times as he did in order to try to release him. So, you know, excuse me. But yes, that is the show, man. I appreciate y'all being here. Hopefully y'all don't get me canceled. Thank you everybody that hit the like button as well. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing it. Like I said, I will be doing a show tomorrow thanks to the donation. We'll be doing a show tomorrow. I'm gonna try to get Lee on here because this is kind of in Lee's wheelhouse. I'm gonna pick some things in Lee's wheelhouse because when this dude gets fired up, you know what I'm saying? It's a sight to see. He came through last time and helped me out when I was doing the inauguration, and it was a great time. I hate the fact that they cut us, that they banned us during that time, because we were actually having some pretty good conversations as well. So hopefully he can come back. Hopefully Miss Ashanti can come as well. Hey now, to take his meds before getting on a roller coaster ride. Yes. To Alaska. Yeah. He definitely should have been prepared before. Oh, he knew. Yeah. He should have definitely been prepared. I'm pretty sure that wasn't the first episode. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah, I definitely agree with you, More to Love, on that. Thanks again, More to Love, for the donation. I appreciate you. So hopefully you'll be here tomorrow. We will start it at 7 Central Time. All right. So 7 Central Time is when we'll start it, just to give some people enough time to get home. I know they got school and work and all these things, so give you enough time to come get back home to be able to watch. I think 7 o'clock would be a good, decent time. We won't be there for a long time, but we're gonna try to have a good time. All right. It might make. I'm telling you, if Jacquard Lee comes over this direction, if he's gonna be present, it could be a problem. So. And Miss Shanti as well. If Miss Shanti comes through, it could be a problem as well. So we'll see. And if anybody else wants to join in, all you have to do is ask. I'll drop the link, and you can come up here. Like I said, you do not have to be visible on the screen. I can put you in the background to where we can just hear your voice. That is an option as well. But we will be doing another show. Thanks to Trap and More to Love, man, for holding it down. Yeah. Now, before I get up out of here, anybody got anything else y'all want to talk about before I get up out of here? I know this ain't that type of show, but I'll give you a little bit of time. If there was anything you want to discuss, which I'm pretty sure it isn't, because everybody's probably getting off work and about to start dinner, like myself. All right, I got to get down and finish cooking dinner. But yeah, I had a blast out here. Okay, nobody's really saying anything, so I'm taking it. Everybody's got all their questions and everything. They saving it for tomorrow. All right. So remember, again, you can come through. You can come chop it up with me and vibe with me. All right, and make it happen tomorrow, 7 Central Time. All right, 7 Central Time, man. Until next time, y'all be safe out there. Hey, watch the weather. Be safe out there, man. I know a lot of places are crazy right now, so y'all be safe, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. All right. Yes, sir.